Alright, cool. So the plan today was to go shopping in Nuremberg, and the whole reason for us to go in shopping in Nuremberg is because one is Nuremberg, and two, I didn't bring enough clothing. For some strange reason, I could have bet my big toe. Like when I tell you I could have bet my big toe, I could have bet my big toe that I packed enough clothing, that I packed clothes for every type of weather that we could potentially get in Germany. And when I show up here, all I got is like two hoodies, and one of them is like a, well, in Guyana we just say house clothes, and the other one is like a going out piece. And I'm not about to wear my going out piece in the room. So we need to be on our way to Nuremberg, and that's the whole plan for today. The next issue that we kind of run into while going to Nuremberg is the train. The train was supposed to be up and running, but for some strange reason, it wasn't. The stranger part about it was we saw the train go by, but then when we went to the train station, we didn't see anything. Other people was there waiting along with me. We didn't see any train, and I was like, "Hey, yo, if we don't see this train, we can just head over to the bus stop, and that means we can most likely end up catching the bus." And when we went over there, we did indeed end up catching the bus. So we found ourselves at the train station now after hopping off the bus, because the bus basically shuttles you to the train station. And we're over there, and the DB app is saying one thing, and we're seeing something totally different. The DB app is saying, "Hey, y'all gonna be waiting 40 minutes on a train," but we look across the platform. Well, this is the sad part because we saw a girl running across the platform, and we was like, "Hey, she probably not gonna make it." We laughing at this girl and whatnot. Then when it says hop on the train, train pulls off. I look at the train. Train says Nuremberg HBF. And I was like, "Hey, yo, I think that was we train, man." And he's like, "No way, that was we train." So that ended up happening. But I ended up calling my wife to pass the time. We did our exchange of words about our day and our night. And as a reminder to people, and I'm gonna give y'all some relationship advice, always wish your significant other a good night's rest. And if you wake up before them, send them a nice, sweet message. Regardless of where you identify on the spectrum, doing this will always let the other person know that you care about them. So yeah, I'm probably sounding like an old head, but just giving y'all some good advice for when y'all get into relationships. All the best with it. So we eventually caught a train to Nuremberg, and as usual, the train ride is very pleasant. I don't have any complaints. It wasn't one of them days where the train is like super packed on a summer day, and you're standing next to somebody who's bumping into you and they're sweaty as ass, and they smell like they didn't wear any deodorant. They probably did, but they smell like they didn't. As usual, the Nuremberg station is packed and buzzing with people from all walks of life. We stopped for a small restroom break, and of course, I had to take the opportunity to break out the camera and get a couple of shots. The spot offered a lovely elevated view of the portion of the station, so honestly, you couldn't refuse it. I ended up taking one of those like long exposure shots because the conditions were perfect. You had people who were just like standing still and other people who were like rushing to the destination. And this creates a kind of ghostly effect for the people who are moving, but for the people who are standing still, they're just kind of frozen in time. It's a really nice contrast in a picture. Now the restroom break is up and it's time for move out. Now pay attention to this part. For anybody who plans to visit Germany, I'm not saying this is a good thing, I'm not saying this is a bad thing, but use the restroom every free opportunity you get, because if you're not a paying customer, places don't just allow you to use their restrooms for free.
That boy glass is thicker than fucking Harry Potter. Shit. Then let's go this way real quick. One time. Shit. Right here? It's a nice little spot. Oh, what is this shit? They got cars and tractors and all though. Pretty nice. This one.
Oh yeah, I need that one.
The fat lady. Holy smokes. Oh, he got a ton of stuff inside there too. This is a gift shop. What? Oh shit.
Now remember how I talk about places not allowing you to use the restrooms? The plan today was to go to Five Guys, and only now that I'm making this video and I think back about it, this might be the only place that actually allows you to use the restroom without even buying anything, because I would see people coming in and going out all the time, and it's not like one of those places where it's like extremely monitored. For the people who don't know what Five Guys is, it's basically this like burger fast food place that allows you to customize your burger to like a certain extent. I'd say they're kind of mostly famous for like the being in the song from Migos, the stir fry song, I think it was called. And they're also super notorious for putting like a ton of fries in the bag. And when I say a ton of fries, like there's fries, they get this cup, they put fries in the cup, and there's fries in the bag. I remember eating the fries out of the cup, and then I still had enough fries to like toss in the bag. Still had enough fries in the bag to toss back in the cup. So they're really good with the fries. I watched the footage of me demolishing the food, and honestly, it's a little embarrassing. So I might not even think I might just end up fast forwarding this and save myself the embarrassment. I might slow it down. I don't know yet, but let's see what's gonna happen. Because I'm doing a recording, and then I'm gonna like match all this stuff to my video. I'm not a picky person, so I can go ahead and say, to me, burger was good. It was so good that we kind of had a craving, because before we even get to Nuremberg, me and Polito was already saying, hey, yo, we definitely need the Five Guys in we life as soon as we get there. Even if we just get to Nuremberg, just to get Five Guys alone, we can still go. Also, the fries wasn't too salty. I think I mentioned that already. The fries was pretty decent. I like my fries to the point where they're not too salty and I can actually enjoy them with ketchup. And I shouldn't be like dusting my fingers off from salt and all that other stuff. Like, to me, that's just too much. I also had a milkshake, and I wouldn't say the milkshake was the best experience ever. And it might just be because I'm having it here in Germany, because they gave me like this little paper cardboard straw, and the straw would kind of get a little deformed after a while, and you couldn't get like a solid like slurp of your milkshake. Hey, yo. But hey, you get what I'm saying? Like, because the straw was like deformed, it was almost giving me a hard time, I would say. Lastly, don't expect anything too fancy out of the environment. It's busy and straightforward. It takes a while to get your food to you, and now that I'm thinking about it, maybe I shouldn't call it fast food, but the reason they take this long to get the food is because they make everything in front of you. I want to call it fresh, but at the same time, I don't necessarily know if it's fresh. I'm not a food inspector. I don't know. All right, now that we're done, we heading out. We looking for some clothes. In all honesty, the idea of shopping now is just kind of annoying. It might be because of shopping in a big city like Nuremberg, but everything is be super packed. I dread going into some of these stores. After a while, you just feel like you don't get a chance to see everything. You go in and people are all in your way, but that's just what comes with shopping in a big city at these big stores. And I guess I gotta just accept it for what it is. First store we went to was Zara. We walk in, walk downstairs, and immediately left after seeing the line because it was like, even if we do find something nice, who wants to spend all the time standing in line just to pay for it? So we just did both. We was gone. At this point too, my DJI started to act a little weird. So you can see some of the video look a bit angled, I would say. It's kind of tilted to one side. But bear with me. If you stay to this point, I appreciate it. Most of the stores that we went to had really nice pieces. But as somebody who was like saving money to open his own business when he moves back to South America, I can't be spending this kind of money on some of these pieces. Plus, I've got a ton of clothes. I've spent money on a ton of clothes living here for the past, well, not living in Germany, but living in America for the past 10 years. Now, outside of the DJI being weird, another thing that happened is I think I accidentally changed one of the video settings by mistake. Oh shit, accidentally, mistake. You know what I'm saying. So some of the video gonna look a bit different, but bear with me. Some people might notice it, some people might not. If you don't, that's fine. Now, when it comes to the stuff that I got, I ended up getting a beanie, trucker's hat, 2 hoodies. I was satisfied with the stuff that I ended up getting, but there was one particular thing that I wanted that I saw a lot of, but I couldn't justify spending the kind of money, and it was a jacket. Because all I have is this like Nike fleece that I brought with me, and honestly, I don't feel like it can be something I could wear everywhere. You know, I kind of wanted something a bit more formal or a bit more uniform or neutral, a bit more something that I could give some variety to. We went to this boba place. The boba looks solid. We went in, we met Guiardo, you know, we get Guiardo. My complaint comes from me having better beverages in the States when it comes to boba. Obviously, they ask you if you want it cold or warm. I got mine cold, but when I eventually got it, it tastes kind of strange. Like not the taste. The flavor was fine, but there was 2 different temperatures for some reason. I would sip sometimes, I'd get warm. I'd sip another time, it'd be cold, and sometimes it'd be a mixture of like room temp. I didn't really understand what it was about. I was telling my wife about it, and she was like, "Oh, you probably just needed to like give it a little shake or whatever." And maybe that was the case, but I've never had that happen to me in the States. And I ain't comparing the 2 countries over boba because that would be silly. But Polito was like, "Hey, you enjoy it?" And I was like, "Nah, it's terrible. I just wanted to get it out of the way." And he ended up laughing because he see me just like, you know, I was like drinking it, got it done and over with. One of the last places we went to before heading back was this place called TX Sports. Now this store is a solid store. I enjoyed it tons. Anybody who is even similar to me would enjoy it as well. The store just kind of has a really good atmosphere, play nice music, the staff is well dressed. Every piece that you could see in there is just like fire, but it is expensive. I can't dish out the kind of money on pieces. Like I said earlier, as somebody who is trying to save for a business and move back to South America, I can't be spending that kind of money. Now, after all of this, it was time to head back to our little prison cells on base. And if you've ever stayed in the army barracks, you know what I'm talking about. This is not me being bitter or giving shots. It's a small room. It is what it is. It comes with the territory. Lastly, I can bless y'all with some pictures from the day, along with some of the items that I bought. Thanks for watching, and remember to go follow your dreams, because we're not getting any younger unless you're Benjamin Button. And if you don't get a reference, you should go watch the movie Curious Case of Benjamin Button starring Brad Pitt. Anyways, peace.